Hello everyone, welcome to News in Brief on Vantage TV, where we bring you quick updates on the stories that made the rounds within the week. My name is Anita Macaulay. Let's get started. On the national news, Buhari gives ultimatum for ASUU strike resolution. Following the prolonged industrial action by the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASUU, President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the Minister of Education Adamu Adamu to prefer a solution to the challenge and report back to him in 2 weeks. Sources in the presidential villa said the president gave the directive during a meeting on Tuesday where he received briefings on the current face-off with the university union since February 14th, among other issues. Though it was gathered that President Buhari placed a high premium on the issue of resolving the lingering ASUU strike, in response, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has said the 2-week ultimatum issued by the president to resolve the concerns raised by the union is too long. The union conclusively reasoned that it would not take more than 2 days to address the issues that have plunged the nation's public university system into a prolonged strike, which is currently in its 5th month. Buhari unveils all-new profit-driven NNPC Limited. Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday in Abuja unveiled the new Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, affirming that the company is mandated by law to ensure that Nigeria's national energy security is guaranteed. Speaking at the historic occasion at State House Conference Center, Buhari said Africa's largest national oil company would also support sustainable growth across other sectors of the economy. He expressed optimism that NNPC Limited will sustainably deliver value to its over 200 million stakeholders and the global energy community, operate without relying on government funding. Amnesty urges probe into killings in southeast Nigeria. Amnesty International has called on the Nigerian authorities to probe the death of 7 young men in the country's restive southeast, where separatist tensions are on the rise. Amnesty, in a statement on Tuesday, stated that operatives of the security unit called Ebube Agu allegedly killed the 7 persons on Sunday in the Oru area of Imo State. The Human Rights Watchers have therefore called for an investigation, prosecution of those responsible, and compensation for the victims' families. On to the international news. Netflix quarterly financial results revealed. The financial results of streaming giant Netflix were released after Tuesday's market close to reveal the loss of 970,000 paying users. Though this might typically not pass for good news, the figure closing in on 1 million is a veritable win compared with the 2 million the company had expected for the 3-month period that ended June 30th. This news saw investors rushing in, powering the stock up nearly 8% in after hours trading. Twitter wins first battle in lawsuit with Musk. The Delaware Court of Chancery granted Twitter its first request in its legal battle against Elon Musk, and this is a step that could set the company up for more wins. Kathleen St. J. McCormick, the judge overseeing the case, ultimately sided with Twitter at the end of the first hearing in his lawsuit against Musk. Twitter asked the court to hear the case to resolve the issue of whether Musk is allowed to back out of his $44 billion acquisition of the company, as he is attempting to do before the end of October. Even as the court termed this as a business risk against Twitter, the case is now set to go trial in October and last for 5 days. Rishi Sunak retains lead in race to become UK Prime Minister. It's official. Boris Johnson will be succeeded as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom by either British former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak or Liz Truss, Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, after the Conservative Party leadership race was on Wednesday narrowed down to the final 2 candidates. Johnson resigned as party leader earlier this month after a series of scandals led to dozens of ministerial resignations. 10 Conservatives stood in the contest to replace him. After 5 rounds of voting, members of parliament whittled those down to 2. Sunak won 137 votes and Truss got 113 votes in the final round, while Penny Mordaunt with 105 votes lost out. Same Wednesday, Johnson attended his final Prime Minister's question session in the House of Commons, where he boasted about his government's response to the pandemic and his support of Ukraine in its defense against Russia. Russia-Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said the flow of Russian natural gas to European customers has dwindled due to the West's own fault and warned that it could continue on a downward trend. Putin's statement on Tuesday further cranked up pressure on the European Union, which fears Russia could cut off gas to wreak economic and political havoc in Europe in the winter. On Wednesday, the bloc will outline emergency plans to reduce gas demand within months in apprehension that they could struggle for fuel during winter if Russia cuts off deliveries. That's it on the national and international news on Vantage TV's News in Brief. Coming up shortly is entertainment news. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, I'm Lifa and you're welcome to Entertainment on the News in Brief, where I bring you the top juicy entertainment stories of the week. Let's get right into it. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez tie the knot. Love, as they say, is patient. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have officially tied the knot after being separated for 20 years. The couple's rekindled love was announced in cute PDA shots on social media last year, sending fans into a frenzy. The actress and singer announced on her website on the JLo that they had flown to Las Vegas and were waiting in line for a marriage license. The morning after the wedding, the stunning Latina bride posted a selfie in bed wearing her new wedding ring. A big congratulations to Bennifer. Second time's a charm, or is it the fourth now? Inkblot debuts the Setup 2 teaser ahead of theatrical release. Inkblot Productions has released a new teaser for the Setup 2, which will be released in theaters on August 12, 2022. The sequel to the 2019 film, directed by Chinaza Onuzo, will take place 4 years later following Adesu Waitomi Wellington's character Chike as she battles Usi, played by Nancy Sini, a formidable villain. The highly anticipated sequel will feature star actors and actresses such as Kate Henshaw, Nancy Sime, Chris Atto, and Staninze, amongst others, as well as returning actors and actresses reprising their roles. The newly launched teaser also confirms Madame, played by Tina Omba, will get major screen time from behind bars. I cannot wait, literally. Kiss Daniel becomes leader of Boomplay Golden Club. Award-winning Nigerian singer and songwriter Oluwatobiloba Daniel Anidugbe, aka Kiss Daniel, has broken a record in the music industry as the most streamed artist on Boomplay. With his successful EP, The Buga Crooner was able to accomplish this feat. With 133.5 million streams, his hit song Barnabas was the first to surpass 1 million. With this achievement, Kiss Daniel ascends to the helm of Boomplay's Golden Club. This is such a Buga moment. The Johnson actress Ada Ame is dead. We mourn the death of thespian actress Ada Ame with a broken heart. According to reports, the Nollywood actress died around 11 p.m. on July 17, 2020 in Warri, Delta State, after collapsing at an oil company toy shop event. According to additional reports, she was rushed to the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation's hospital but died before they arrived. This comes just weeks after Ame opened about battling depression and losing 7 members of her family, including her only daughter. May her soul rest in perfect peace. And that's it, guys, on the entertainment segment, but don't move a muscle. Sports comes right off.
It's sports time on the News in Brief. I am Emilio Menesubstance, and these are the top stories. And we're off with athletics. Britain's Eilish McColgan and Jessica Jude are through to the 5,000 meters final at the World Championships in Oregon, and Matthew Hudson-Smith is in the 400 meters final, but medal hopeful Max Bergen withdrew from the 800 meters due to an injury. McColgan ran his season's best of 14 minutes 56.47 seconds to advance, and Jude 14 minutes 57.64 seconds. South Africa's Caster Semenya, a 2-time Olympic champion and 3-time world champion over 800 meters, finished 13th in her heat, around 45 seconds off the time required to reach the final. The 31-year-old will not be able to compete at her preferred distance unless she takes medication to reduce her testosterone levels. Ethiopia's 10,000 meters champion Letesembet Gide qualified fastest in 14 minutes 52.27 seconds, while Britain's Amy Eloise McCabe failed to qualify but ran his season's best time of 15 minutes 31.62 seconds. And now, boxing. Anthony Joshua has shown serious intentions by arriving early in Saudi Arabia in preparations for his clash with Alexander Usyk, where he hopes to get a destructive early onslaught. Joshua is set to rematch Usyk on August 20 for the IBF, WBA and WBO heavyweight titles after the Ukrainian's unanimous decision win in London last September. With a full month to go until the fight, footage has emerged on social media of the two-time world champion training in Jeddah. And now golf. Henrik Stenson, Jason Kokrak, and Charles Howell III have joined LIV Golf Series, completing the 48-man field for its next tournament. Stenson was announced in mid-March as Europe's successor to former Ryder Cup captain Padraig Harrington, but was stripped of the captaincy when it became apparent he was jumping ship to the rebuilt LIV Series, which has found itself in conflict with the DP World Tour, formerly the European Tour. Fellow major winners Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, Patrick Reed, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, and Bryson DeChambeau have already signed up for the new Saudi Arabia-funded tour. The third event of the series, the LIV Golf Invitational Bedminster, will run from 29 to 31st July at Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey. Former Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama has also been linked with the event. And now, football. On Wednesday night, England got through to the semi-finals of the European Women's Championship after coming from behind in dramatic fashion to beat Spain in extra time. A rendition of football's Coming Home broke out in the stands as Georgia Stanway sprinted over to the corner to celebrate after scoring the winner. Substitute Ella Toone had volleyed in Alicia Russo's flick to cancel out Esther Gonzalez's opener, setting up a nervous ending in stoppage time. England had momentum on their side and capitalized on it as the crowd in Brighton took to their feet, while Spain, the pre-tournament favourites, continued to threaten until the final whistle. Victory for England means their fourth successive women's major tournament semi-final qualifications and an extension of their impressive unbeaten run under Wigman to 18 matches. The Lionesses are now one of the leading favourites on their way to lifting the trophy for the first time at Wembley on 31st July, but they will have to overcome either Sweden or Belgium in the last four to get there. And that's all the sports we can take on the News in Brief today. Follow Vantage TV for all the important gist in news, sports and entertainment. I am Emilio Menesubstance. Till I come your way next week, remember to like, share and subscribe.